Hi everyone, and thank you so much for watching my channel, The Witty Turtle. In the last class, we completed section 40 clause A and a few subsections of the same section. In today's class, we are going to start with section 40A. Okay, so section 40A speaks about certain expenditures which are not deductible under certain circumstances. Okay, so these expenditures are disallowed or not deductible or not allowed under certain circumstances. So this particular section says that uh, if you have studied anything, any provision regarding all these expenses in any of the sections of Income Tax Act, then you have to keep that aside. And this particular section, section 40A, will be applicable instead of all these provisions. Okay, section 40A will override any other provisions about all these expenses. The law language says the following disallowances shall be made notwithstanding matlab even if anything is written in any other provisions, still section 40 will override all those sections, and whatever is written in section 40, that will be the ultimate opinion taken. Okay, the following disallowances shall be made notwithstanding anything contained in any other provision of the Income Tax Act. Right, वहां पे कुछ भी लिखा हो doesn't matter, whatever is written in section 40A, that is the ultimate provision. Right, the first section that we are going to study now is section 40A clause 2. Okay, so this particular section says that if any payment is made to a specified person, then it is not deductible under certain circumstances. Right, so now you must be thinking, what is the meaning of specified person? So specified person means any kind of relative. Okay, any kind of relative. For example, if the SSC is an individual, then for that individual SSC, who will be the specified persons? His spouse, right? Father, mother, brother, sister, then lineal ascendant and lineal descendant. All these people are known as his specified persons. Similarly, if the SSC is a company, then directors and the relatives of the directors, right? Similarly, if the SSC is a firm, then in that case the partners and their relatives, they are known as the specified persons. So similar that we will understand after reading the provision, after understanding the provision. As of now, you simply remember that specified person means any kind of relative. Okay, yes, so this section says that if you are making certain amount of payment to a specified person, which is much more than the reasonable amount, right, then in that case, whatever is the excessive amount or the unreasonable amount, that amount will be disallowed under this section 40A clause 2. Okay, for example, you have employed your own brother in your company, and your brother is not qualified. He doesn't have any technical degree or any professional degree through which he can contribute anything in the business. Okay, and you have given him the position of business analyst, through which he is drawing a salary of 1 lakh rupees per month. Okay, so in this case, what happens? The assessing officer will check what is the fair market value of the work that is being done by your brother. Okay, for example, if the assessing officer finds that the similar work is done in other companies by an unqualified person or a person not having a professional degree, the person is doing at 2000 rupees, and because he is your brother, you're paying him rupees 1 lakh, then in that case, the excessive amount or the unreasonable amount, that is 1 lakh minus 2000 equals to 98,000, that will be disallowed under this section. Right, now let's understand what is written in the legal language. The language says that, take out your book, where the SSC incurs any expenditure in respect of which payment has been made or the payment is to be made to a certain specified person. In the last example, who is the specified person? It was your brother. Okay, the assessing officer may disallow so much of expenditure as he considers to be excessive or unreasonable. So the AO may disallow the excessive or unreasonable expenditure. Right. Having regard to the fair market value of goods, services, or facilities for which the payment is made. Right. if the payment is made to acquire any kind of goods or services or any kind of facilities, then the assessing officer will find out the what is the fair market value of such goods, services and facilities, right? And he will also find out what is the legitimate need of the business, right? Legitimate need of the business. For example, your brother is having some qualification which is irrelevant for your business, but you have employed him because he's your brother, and you're giving him a salary of 1 lakh rupees per month. So in this case, the whatever job your brother is doing for the company, that is not legitimate for the needs of the business which is run by your company, right? So in that case, it is not necessary. For example, your brother is a dentist and you have employed him at your company, where your company is dealing with cosmetic products, right? So there is not much legitimate need of your brother being in the business, right? Understood? So in that case, what happens, whatever is the excessive amount, that will be disallowed. You simply remember the previous example. 1 lakh was being paid, fair market value was 2000 rupees. So in this case, the 2000 rupees will be allowed as a deduction in hands of your company, and the excessive 98,000 will be disallowed. But in this case, what happens, when your brother is drawing a salary of 1 lakh rupees per month, so this 1 lakh will be taxable in hands of your brother, right? Will be taxable in hands of your brother. So you might be thinking that यहाँ पे double taxation हो रहा है, because again 98,000 is being disallowed, and on the other hand your brother is also paying tax on that, right? So yes, in this case, double taxation is happening. Now we will understand what is the meaning of specified persons referred in section 40A clause 2. So in this case, as I already told you that if the SSA is an individual, then in that case, spouse, mother, father, brother, sister, lineal ascendant and lineal descendant, all these people are known as your specified persons. Okay, if you are making any kind of payment to them, then in that case what happens, it will be, they are considered as specified persons. The above provision will be applicable on them. Similarly, if the SSA is a company, then in that case, the director and any relative of the director is a specified person. In case of a firm, any partner or any relative of the partner is a specified person. Similarly, in case of AOP or BOI, members and their relatives are known as specified persons. And lastly, if it is a HUF, Hindu Undivided Family, then in that case, all the members of the Hindu Undivided Family and their relatives are known as your specified persons. Okay. Now, now there are again a few more provisions, but for all those provisions, you simply need to remember that any person and his relative, and यहाँ पर भी any person and his relatives, if they have substantial interest amongst each other, right, amongst each other's business, then again they are known as specified persons to each other. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of substantial interest? This we have all again studied in capital gain also. Substantial interest means if you have a company, then if the other person is holding 20% or more, 20% or more equity share in your company, then it is said that that person is having substantial interest in your business. Okay, substantial interest in your business. Now, if you have a firm, if you have a partnership firm, then if the other person is having 20% or more profit sharing ratio or PSR, then again that person is said to have substantial interest in your business, right? Another thing that we need to understand is that if, for example, one holding company is there and there are two subsidiary companies from the same holding company, then again subsidiary company number 1 and subsidiary company number 2, again these two are also known as specified persons. Specified persons. Okay, right. uh, Now another thing is that, for example, you have a cosmetic business like sugar or Huda Beauty or anything like that. So for example, you are selling one lipstick at rupees 2000. Okay, that is the general price for all the public. But when your wife is willing to buy something from your business, so you are selling the same lipstick of 2000 rupees to your wife at 300 rupees, at 300 rupees. So now think, now read the provision and tell me whether the excessive amount, whether the amount given as discount, that is your 2000 minus 300 equals to 1700, whether this 1700 will be disallowed under this section or not. So the answer is, in this case, this 1700 will not fall under this section. Why? Because section 40A speaks only about the expenditures, not about the income. In this case, this 2000 and the 1700 and this 300 is coming under the head of income, right? This is not an expenditure. You're not spending anything on that, right? So in this case, it is a it doesn't fall under your section 40A, right? I hope this is clear. So what did we study in this particular class? We studied that if any amount of payment is made to a specified person, then if the AO finds out that the amount paid is not legitimate for the needs of the business, and excessive amount of money has been paid to the other person, then in that case the AO, if finds it suitable, then he may disallow the excessive amount of money, right? The excessive amount of payment made to the other person. 1 lakh is the salary, fair market value of the same service provided is 2000, then 98,000 will come under the excessive amount or the unreasonable amount, and the AO may disallow it depending upon the facts of the case, right? And who are the assessing officer? We studied for individual company, AOPBOI, firms, HUF, and the last provision which I told you about, any person and their relatives, if they have any substantial interest, then they are again known as specified persons. Similarly, if there is a holding company and it has two subsidiary companies, then both the subsidiary companies are known as specified persons to each other, right? I hope this is clear to you. So that was it for the video, guys. If you find this video helpful and interesting, then please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, The Witty Turtle, and also don't forget to share this video with your CA and CMA final and inter both friends, so that everybody will be benefited by this. And if you have not pressed the bell icon yet, then please hit the bell icon, so that tomorrow you'll be notified when I'll upload a new class on PGBP.